Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Business. Graduates of the College of Health Professions. Representatives of Ferris State University. Dignitaries. Please be seated. Ferris is proud to recognize graduates and guests who are currently serving or have served in our armed forces. Veterans, please stand as able or wave. Audience and graduates, if you would please stand as able for the singing of our national anthem. Feel free to join soloist Rachel Schumann. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement ceremonies of Ferris State University. We are delighted that you, the family and friends of our graduates, have come to witness this occasion which celebrates their accomplishments. My name is Sheila McEachran, and I'm a faculty member in the College of Health Professions. Carrying the symbolic mace and representing the Academic Senate is Emmanuel Jada. Marshals representing the faculty members are Patrick Bishop and Catherine K. Wolfer. Today's music is performed by the Brass Quintet from Mount Pleasant. The interpreter is Emily Baxter, and the ushers are members of the Ferris State University Student Alumni Gold Club. Please join me in thanking them for their assistance. Now allow me to present the stage dignitaries who will rise as they are introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Board of Trustees Chair Amna P. Seibold from East Grand Rapids. President David L. Eisler. Commencement Speaker and 2019 Distinguished Teacher Tracy Nichols Busch. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs Paul A. Blake. President of the Academic Senate, Sandy Alspa. Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, Jeremy J. Mishler. Vice President for Administration and Finance, James Bachmeyer. Associate Provost for Academic Affairs and Interim Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, Leonard Johnson. Trustee Robert J. Hegblum from Norton Shores. Trustee Kurt Hoffman from Caledonia. Trustee Ana L. Ramirez Sines from Caledonia. Interim President of Kendall College of Art and Design, Tara McCracken. Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion, David Pilgrim. Vice President for Student Affairs, Janine A. Ward-Roof. Dean of Retention and Student Success and Interim Dean of Flight, Jason Bentley. Dean of the College of Optometry, David A. Damari. Dean of the College of Pharmacy, Stephen W. Durst. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Christy L. Hake. Interim Dean of College of Engineering Technology, Richard Goosen. Dean of Extended and International Operations, Stephen E. Reifert. Dean of the College of Business, David M. Nichols. Dean of the College of Health Professions, Lincoln Gibbs. Would you please join me in acknowledging them? Officially presiding over this commencement ceremony are members of the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University. Board Chair Seibel now brings you greetings from the board.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Fall 2019 Commencement Ceremonies. Ferris State is one of Michigan's great public institutions of higher education. The Board of Trustees is comprised of citizens appointed by the governor with the consent of the Senate of the Michigan Legislature. As mandated by the state of Michigan's Constitution, the board is charged with the responsibility of governing the university by setting policy that enhances the quality of education and the quality of life. And now we are here at commencement, and this is celebrating both of those things. As someone who greatly values a college education, I'd like to share with you a few thoughts about the value of your Ferris State education. Your Ferris experience is part of your past, it's part of your current state, and it is part of your future. So in the past, the last 4 years have really developed you as people. Yes, as students, but as people. And I'm sure that most of you feel a lot different now than you did 4 years ago. They've brought you lifelong friends and experiences. They will be a part of your life story forever. Currently, your Ferris education is very important. It's opening doors for you in your employment opportunities, and as you go on to higher education, if you are doing that. But in the future, it will be always a part of you. It will be the experiences that you draw off of, the knowledge you draw off of, and you will encounter Ferris alumni and friends wherever you go. Cherish your Ferris experience. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I extend our best wishes to all of you being honored today, and a special congratulations to the Ferris Fall Class of 2019. Congratulations.
President Eisler now brings you the university's greetings.
It is a true honor to stand before you, the class of 2019. Today is a wonderful opportunity for you to reflect on your accomplishments here at Ferris State University. At such a time, you need to know that your success is built upon the collective efforts of so many people who care about you and who take great pride in your growth and development. I want to pause for a moment so we can express our thanks to them. I begin with our faculty, who have served as your teachers, advisors, guides, and mentors. We are truly fortunate to have a faculty who are dedicated to teaching and who care deeply about students. I would ask that our faculty rise so we can express our thanks to them. I also want to thank our staff who each contribute in their way for you, our students. In doing so, I would note their many contributions to our ceremony. The beautiful decorations here today, and the commencement program, which provides information on our university, our degrees, and today's ceremony. Now to the special guests with us today. First, I want to recognize your parents. They've planned and sacrificed to help you reach this pinnacle of achievement. Parents, please stand. I'd be willing to guess that there are also proud grandparents here. Would you please stand? For some graduates, there are spouses or significant others who have stood by them in both good and tough times and have supported you working toward this day. Would you please stand? Graduates, some of you also have children who have had to share their mom or dad with books, studying, and homework assignment. I'd ask the children of our graduates to stand. Finally, we have many friends and other relatives of our graduates here. Please stand so we can thank you for being here with us today. Graduates, in a few moments, you'll be crossing this stage. Two helpful reminders. As you celebrate this achievement, take time to thank those who have worked, helped, and supported you. Their sacrifice and love have helped create this moment for you. Second, a practical but useful reminder. We're going to take your picture as you receive your degree. Don't forget to pause as I shake your hand and smile. As graduates, you represent the hopes and dreams of our institution. As members of the Ferris community, we never know when our efforts will shape a life, inspire a person, or help them find the path to a better future. There are many, many wonderful examples among our graduates that have resulted from your guidance. Allow me to share two special stories with you. The first is about a graduate who's made the most of every opportunity that has come her way. Her parents emigrated from Russia to the United States. She's the youngest of 12 siblings, only 4 of whom were born in this country. When her parents divorced, her mother, who speaks little English, worked very hard to support them. This instilled in her a work ethic at a very young age. She remembers going to work with her mom and sisters, cleaning houses and churches to help make ends meet. Growing up just outside of Chicago in Oak Park, Illinois, she watched her older siblings move straight to employment after high school. However, she wanted something more, an opportunity to continue her studies and pursue a career that fit her interests. In high school, she was encouraged to apply to Ferris State University. She completed the application process on her own and filed for financial aid and housing. This was the first school she applied to, and we were the first school to accept her. She decided to attend Ferris without ever visiting our campus. 2 of her sisters brought her to Big Rapids and dropped her off at Merrill Travis Hall for her freshman year. She was the first in her family to attend an out-of-state college directly after high school, was not encouraged to do so, and largely did so on her own. While moving to a smaller town was a bit of a culture shock, she acclimated to the new surroundings. Although she was quiet and shy, she did begin to make new friends. Originally planning to major in public health, chemistry was a turning point for her when she realized this was not her strength. Membership in the American Marketing Association convinced and empowered her. This was the future she sought at Ferris. She quickly became involved with a number of campus organizations. She restarted the National Organization for Women and co-founded the Innovators and Entrepreneurs Club, also joined the Student Fashion Alliance and our Strategic Planning and Resource Council. She worked in the Office of Student Conduct for the last 3 years and completed 2 internships, one with Amazon, where she became an Amazon Prime student ambassador, and another at a high-end fitness club in Chicago. After graduation, she'll be heading out west to Arizona to pursue a career in marketing. Today, she would like to thank her mother, Anna, and her sisters, Luba, Tamara, Katya, Anastasia, Marina, and Elena. She also thanks Assistant Professor Casey Thompson and Nick Campbell and Nancy Metlock in the Office of Student Conduct for all their support. It is a privilege to introduce to you Victoria Baklashev. Would you stand, Victoria? My understanding is that Victoria's mother is watching by web stream, but some of her family is here. Would you also please stand? This next story is about second chances. Hailing from Sault Ste. Marie in the Upper Peninsula, this graduate has traveled a long and a hard road. Growing up was tough for him. In middle school, he made poor choices, found himself immersed with the wrong crowd, and began experimenting with alcohol and drugs. In high school, he was drinking regularly. By the age of 17, he was in trouble with the law and was incarcerated. From this, he never returned to high school. Feeling hopeless and lost upon his release, he turned to old habits, began drinking again and using hard drugs, this time heroin, which nearly took his life. He was led to Big Rapids, and unbeknownst to him, this is where he would find faith and freedom from his addictions. Attending Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous meetings, together with an introduction to a local pastor and real-life campus ministry, changed his life. His new friends at Real Life helped him get on his feet in Big Rapids, and in between working construction jobs, he studied to earn his GED. One day, while sitting in Starbucks on this very Ferris campus, he was encouraged by his friends in Real Life to enroll in college. That afternoon, he filled out an application to Grand Rapids Community College, was accepted, and began a new chapter in his life that would forever change his trajectory. Not long after that, he would transfer to Ferris, and he hasn't looked back since. By the age of 25, he had worked nearly 15 different jobs, so he knew what he didn't want to do. But he did know that he loved people, and he loved food, and he wanted to find a career that involved both. Our hospitality management program was exactly what he was looking for. He has excelled in his classes and completed an internship at Two Hats Ranch, a local hunting sanctuary and bed and breakfast. He has maintained a 3.97 GPA while being an active participant in his recovery every day, going to school and working 2 jobs. This man is living proof that with grit and determination, people can and do change their lives. Certainly, he is living testament to second chances. Today, he proudly graduates with his degree in hospitality management. He would like to thank his parents, John and Dana, and his wife, Sarah, for their support and love, helping him get to where he is today. It's an honor to introduce to you Nathan Peffers. Nate, would you please stand? Would his family also please stand? Graduates, on behalf of our university, I wish you great success and fulfillment as you begin the next stage of your journey. In addition to times of success and advancement, you will inevitably face times of challenge and uncertainty. Victoria and Nate offer extraordinary examples of how each of us can represent the best of the human experience, finding the inner strength to forge a new path and working through challenges with indefatigable determination and courage. Congratulations and best wishes, class of 2019.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Paul Blake, will introduce our speaker.
Tracy Nichols Busch, Associate Professor of History, is the recipient of Ferris State University's 2019 Distinguished Teacher Award. Dr. Busch earned her BA from Vassar College in 1991 and a PhD from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. in 2004. While in Washington, D.C., she worked in both the private and public sectors, managing and building Russian programs and Russian partnerships. Since coming to Ferris in 2006, Dr. Busch has taught more than a dozen classes on a variety of U.S. and world topics. Under her mentorship, the Ferris Phi Alpha Theta History Honor Society chapter was hosted 3 Michigan regional conferences. She has also been actively involved in promoting global awareness and gender equity on campus through the Beyond Project and the Museum of Sexist Objects. She is the mother of 2 fantastic daughters and partner to the inimitable Benjamin Busch, poet, actor, and 2-time Marine Corps combat veteran. Please welcome Dr. Tracy Busch.
It is a great honor to be here with you today. Whether you are a non-trad, a millennial, a Z, or ROTC, college has given you a space to become your own person away from your home and workaday life. I have seen the changes in you, and they are profound. What you accomplished here goes beyond graded assignments and earned degrees. The work you did here has a moral quality that the Greeks called arete, or excellence. Before you launch into your future, I have a few insights I'd like to share with you. The first sounds rather maudlin, but has been very true in my case. Be ready to change your mind. It is strange to think that the person who would be the most proud of me today is my dad. This is the same person, an educator no less, who refused to help me when I went to college. He didn't come to my wedding and was out of my life for 20 years. When he reached out after the birth of my first daughter, I put the letter to the side and thought of the song sung by Cat Stevens that my friends would quote for me called Cats in the Cradle. I did give him a second chance, and he became, along with my husband and daughters, my greatest supporter when I began to teach. I relied on him for advice and miss him every day. I lost him 2 years ago, and I'm glad I gave him a second chance. That might happen in your life too. It is your every right to protect yourself from someone who has hurt you, but the time might come to give him or her a second chance, and it might be a long way away from today. My second insight, not unrelated to the first, is to take the long view. An example from my own life was my goal to be an Olympic runner, stemming back to age 10. This was an unrealistic goal, but you could not have told me that at the time. I was banned from distance running due to a childhood illness that limited my ability to sweat. I took up sprinting in high school as an alternative, and when I went to college in New York, far away from home, I ran cross country. It was not a wise move, but I trained hard and went to nationals twice. In my senior year, I became an All-American. It took over 10 years to achieve a goal I could be proud of. Life will never cease putting obstacles in your way. You already know what I mean. You dealt with them, and you arrived here today. The vast majority of Americans do not have the piece of paper you will hold at the end of the day. My third insight is to know where you stand. As a college graduate, you are part of an ancient conversation between teachers and students that goes all the way back to Socrates and Plato. These philosophers, which means lovers of wisdom, existed in every major world culture and passed their best insights on to their students. This wisdom can lead to the Cassandra effect, which means that you will see things coming before your friends and colleagues. This is the burden of education. I can give you a non-esoteric, concrete example. When I was working for the Federal Highway Administration 17 years ago, funding for bridge maintenance was deferred to be used for the Iraq War instead. It was highly unusual for bridges to collapse in our country in the past, but now it happens on a regular basis. It happens because we ignored the experts, took a short view, and went for the easy money. You may not be literal engineers in your future professions, but as college-educated people, you will be in a position to fight to keep the bridges from collapsing. As a college graduate, you have joined a moral as well as an intellectual tradition. The great leaders of our recent past saw a future that no one else could. Gandhi saw an end to British rule, although it took 10 years or decades of nonviolent resistance to accomplish it. Martin Luther King Jr. envisioned full legal equality for African Americans, an effort that cost him his life. None of the Seneca Falls generation lived long enough to see women gain the right to vote, 70 years later. Even Anna Howard Shaw, Susan B. Anthony's hand-picked successor, didn't make it that long. It is noteworthy, however, that Woodbridge Ferris had a portrait of Shaw in his office and was an early supporter of women's rights. In the first Ferris graduating class of 1884, 1/3 of the graduates were female. So, where is the progressive vision of Woodbridge and Helen Ferris today? There is no doubt that this university is a force for good in Michigan, but we, as a nation, face significant challenges. A recent New Yorker article laid out what author Eric Alterman calls intellectual inequality. While liberal arts degrees are being downsized and defunded throughout the Midwest, particularly at rural regional universities like Ferris, they are thriving in places like Yale, Brown, Columbia, Princeton. Why is it that only the elites get access to the knowledge and habits of mind that allow them to rise to the top? Don't our students deserve that too? Ferris should be the place in Michigan that challenges this new status quo. The expanding urban-rural divide that we see today threatens the very sinews of our democracy. Our founders would be concerned, and so should we. I'll end with an excerpt from a speech that Woodbridge Ferris gave to a graduating class in 1922. I thank Franklin Hughes for finding this for me. In it, Ferris mentions his admiration for Anna Howard Shaw, who came of age right here in Big Rapids. Here it is. Anna Howard Shaw, a poor and inconspicuous-looking creature, had from her childhood wondered if there was a chance for a woman to become a preacher of the gospel. As a child, she dreamed of this great and noble task. In America, there is opportunity for every boy and girl. What he or she will or will not do depends on his or her strength and faith in self. Find out what you are good for, have a purpose in life, and always look forward into the future at a distant and worthwhile goal. One that is not too easily attained, then fight for it, or if need be, die in the struggle. I congratulate you on your accomplishment today, but we, your faculty, are also counting on you to make change, to find your arete, and to keep the bridges from falling down. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nichols Busch. We now take pride in recognizing the graduates of the Ferris State University class of 2019. As they cross the stage, please note the cords worn by many of our graduates. These earned symbols signify academic honors, military service, Greek societies, and student organizations. In the interest in time and maintaining the integrity of the ceremony, we ask that the family and friends of the graduates remain at their seats for the complete ceremony. The university has contracted with a professional photographer to take pictures of each graduate. Following the ceremony, we do invite the family and friends to take photos in front of the stage. For safety purposes, the platform will be closed. The academic deans will assist President Eisler and Provost Blake to confer the appropriate degrees and certificates on the Ferris State University class of 2019.
Will the candidates for the master's degree in the College of Business please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Nichols will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Business, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the master's degree as it applies to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, master's graduates, College of Business.
Family members may be seated. Graduates, please come forward as directed by the ushers. Ellie Jo Humphreys. Nathaniel Douglas Vanderhoff. Jeffrey Daniel Ford. Samantha Lynn Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, the master's graduates of the College of Business.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees and certificates in the College of Business please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Nichols will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Business, I'm honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Associate in Applied Science, and certificates. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
To the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the bachelor, associate degrees, and certificates as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Business.
Families may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Somebody. There we go. That's what I should have said. Get the dry mop going. Alyssa Aguirre. John Judson Jacqua IV. Nathan John Peffers. Landon John McDade. Joseph Pierce Parker. Nicholas Douglas Kenichnik. Austin Cornell. Holly Marie Buckrey. Michaela Miller Schlee. Jonathan Arvid Granskog. Breasia Marie Battle. Andrew Stephen Hancock. Tyler Michael Tenlin. Amanda Claire Rail. Raj Patel. Austin Paul Bloomquist. Brooke Lee Vanderstout. Matthew Pogoreski. Elizabeth Sukran Kozra. Tiffany Alexa Dranen. Tammy Jo Yana. Jessica Lynn Douglas. Tara Lee Lyman. Jennifer Ann Harvilla. Ellie Maria Kent. Erin Rose Utter. Hannah Marie Wieters. Haley Renee Carnes. Hunter Rose Campbell. Stephen Anton Anderson. Jacob Michael Humble. Evan Michael Resler. Olivia Pearl Pelton. Jacob Walter Bark. Tara Jane Blum. Katie Ann Henderson. Elena Ann Yabara. Jana Rochelle Hansen. Jacob Donald Nelson. Dominique Catrice Artist. Summer Ray Gravlin. Haley Carol Penley. Sydney R. Goldman. Luke Kenny McAllister. Gregory John Brunner. Hannah Nicole Crumley. Rachel Lynn Gillespie. Jacob Ray Russell. Jeremiah Everett Covington Jr. Jordan Knapp. Hayden Frederick Carey. Hannah Nicole Yak. Kenzie Renee Szymanski. Deatane Murdoch. Gavin Joseph Gallagher. Shelby Joanne Johnston. Sarah Elise Macy. Delaney Grace Bailing. Victoria Deanne Forner. Raquel Julia Rick. Jacqueline Eve Sancho. Trevor McMurray Hill. Hunter Michael Jacobs. Isaac Greg Evan Gogolin. Jan Henrik Janssen. Mirko Smith. Mohammed Abdul Al Hussein. Peter Donald Lewinsky. Linda K. Witkowski. Lucas Michael Schultz. Abdurrahman Ahmed Hazan.
Congratulations.
Noel Charles Groom. Sean Blaine Anderson. Joshua Brian Blackston. Chelsea M. Martinez. Corey Ovi Webb. Tanisha Totley. Tajari Celia Payton. Tarina Danielle Jacqueline Moby. Julia Lee Lucas. Patricia Renee Oler. Monique Suzanne Chittenden. Molly Jo Dornbos. Wyatt James Baker. Raylyn Lynn Homan. Ginger May Freebs. Vaughn Xavier Thompson. Derek Jane Smoger. Johanna Fry. Nur Adim Azwan. Connor William Douglas. Ryan Thomas Lennox. Parker A. Bearden. Austin Robert Geyer. Anthony Joseph Konopka. Evan Christopher Tomilo. Nicole Diane Petrovich. Sarah Lynn Upton. Nicole Blumfield. Elizabeth Ann Stidham. Julianne Adele Scott. Tyler John James. Matthew Allen Reglin. Lucas Allen Boudoir. Reed Ronald Spangler. Victoria Ann Baklashev. Miguel Strayhorn. Anaya Lanier Amos. Haven Chain. Ariane Ahmedi. Haley Grace Davis. Brandon W. Douglas. Veronica Lang. Christopher Robert Barton. Kevin Michael Uguayo. Kyle James Cassidy. Whoops. Tyler James Fisher. Gavin Gordon Schitzman. Luke Velzak Otto. Jacob Peter Anaskevich. Austin James Rivet. Alexander Peter Dirksen. Brian August Fiegert. Isaac Brian Overman. Isabella Nicole Flack. Destiny Noel Lawson. Caitlin Nicole Randolph. Patrick John Carmody. There's always two. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Business.
Will the candidates for master's degree in the College of Health Professions please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Gibbs will present the master's degree candidates.
On behalf of the College of Health Professions, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degrees Master of Healthcare Administration, Master of Public Health, and Master of Science in Nursing. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the master's degree as it applies to you individually for all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, master's graduates, College of Health Professions.
Family members may be seated. Graduates, please come forward as directed by the ushers. Jeremy Scott Sproat. Carrie Lynn Vasquez. Julene K. Lloyd. Gabriel Lee Laney. Roberta Ann Gonzalez. Jody Ann Foster. Elena Irene Coles. Monica Hannah Mackey. Tony Lee Janskiff Sparrow. Brittany Ann Snell. Wendy A. Owens. Alexandra Allen. Christian Lee Mers. Gina Lee Schrader. Nora Baker Perry. Maureen Lee Terrell. Ladies and gentlemen, the master's graduates of the College of Health Professions.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees and certificates in the College of Health Professions please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Gibbs will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Health Professions, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Associate in Applied Science. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Health Professions.
Families may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Laura Elizabeth Abid. Tiara Janine Castile. Shelby Lynn Mulaski. Kimberly Seksuski. Bianca Nicole Robledo. Okay. Elena Genevieve Taylor. Alexandria Jensine Lobert. Victoria Sue Duke. Sheena Lene Norton. Brooke Marie Vanderzee. Shelby Nicole Hart. Brianna Elaine Reza. Lizzie Marcolin Midzilik. Jacob Allen Coalfield. Nathan Allen Larson. Danielle Lee Folk. Dana Marie Swanson. Zoe Elisa Pratt. Megan Ashley Thibodeau. Christina Lynn Knopfsinger. Allison Marie Bellitti. Paige Nicole Ullman. Melissa S. Holstein. Maria G. Alvaredo. Brianne Christine Dowd. Kara Elena Thompson. Megan Ann Sorensen. Heather C. Benningfield. Barbara Maggie Mendamenda. Amani Rashane Mees. Deja Oden, Anne Marie Tiller, Maria Carolina Silva, Duprice Leona Kelly, Carmen Maria Bischoff, Sarah Jean DeBlay, Hannah Teresa Wilkins, Julie Justine Cummings, Markel Kayshawn Hines, Rebecca Lynn DeRoos, Ashley Marie Vanderwall, Angela Christine Carmody, Monique Marissa Michelle Ball, Rebecca Lynn Blackburn, Sarah L. Hammond, Ellison Lee Lucier, Taylor Sue Davis, Danae Dominique Hartledge, Anna Marie Monarchy, Leah Page Cedarquist, Enshra Atea Arawela, Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Health Professions.
Will all of our graduates please stand? There's a long-standing tradition at commencement ceremonies in which the graduates move their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps as a symbol of their accomplishment. I invite all graduates of the class of 2019 to flip their tassels at this time. Congratulations and best wishes to each of you. You may be seated.
Jeremy Mishler, Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, will bring you greetings from the Ferris State Alumni Association.
It is now my great privilege to salute all of you for the first time as alumni of Ferris State University. From this day, you will face many new possibilities, probabilities, and challenges. We will now be depending on you to do your part to strengthen the economies of our world and to build our communities. And it is now, more than ever, that we will be counting on you to advocate to your family, neighbors, and colleagues the continuing opportunity of Ferris State. We are looking forward to your return to campus as our advisors, to be our guest speakers, and to share with us your successes so that your stories will inspire and support future generations that have the ability to fulfill their dreams here and one day stand at your side. Celebrate this great day. We look forward to hearing from you soon. But remember, you are and always will be a Bulldog.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of Ferris Fidelity. You may join Rachel Schumann in singing our alma mater. The words are located in your program.
distant as the northern star, our faith we pledge to thee. Our word, our bond, our oath, our trust to you, fidelity. From the promise of the crimson dawn to sunset's mellow gold, thy spirit shall bring in. We pledge allegiance as of old. Fair state, amen.
Please remain standing for the formal closing of the commencement ceremony. Thank you for sharing this special day with us.